Folks, Dr. John Raymond Baker here. I'm a chiropractic doctor in Longview, Texas. Today I wanted to talk to you about workers' compensation. I've been treating folks injured on the job for over 21 years, so I've learned a few things about the way it works. Today I want to talk about what I call the three questions that an injured worker should ask after they've been hurt on the job. The first question is, do we have workers' comp? Now in Texas, the reason for that question is that Texas is the only state that allows employers not to offer workers' comp to their employees, to opt out of the system. And as a result, we've got about 60% that do have workers' comp, 40% don't. So it's a little more than half. So it's important for you to find out, is this a workers' comp case? Number two, or the second question is, are we in a network? Now, a network is a list of doctors that an injured worker has to select from if the carrier has a network or the employer has a network. If the answer to that is no, the third question is, so my understanding is I can go to any doctor I want to go to, right? Now, why is that an important question? Well, a lot of companies want to send you to, quote unquote, their doctor. And the problem with that is that their doctor may not have your best interest in mind. In other words, when it comes down to it, are they going to worry more about you or about this employer that sends several patients to them? And if they haven't got your best interest in mind, then you don't need them as your treating doctor. Another problem with that is that if you don't have your first treating doctor do a good job on a complete exam listing all the injuries that you sustained in your accident, it's extremely hard for any subsequent doctor that you might change to get those injuries included. And often what hurts the worst after your accident is not necessarily the most serious injury that you sustained. For example, let's say that you tripped and fell over something and your toe is hurting really bad. And that might be what really concerns you, is my toe is killing me. However, you might have also be aware that your back somehow got hurt, but you don't notice that because the toe is hurting so bad. So you get sent to a podiatrist or their company doctor who just wants to put a toe splint on your toe. But then later on you might find out that that treating doctor only listed your toe as your injury, but that during the accident you herniated a disc and now you may need an MRI, you might need surgery. And if it's not listed as those injuries that were compensable or caused by your on-the-job accident, then you're not going to be covered for that injury under your work comp. And that can have devastating effects both on your pocketbook and on your welfare, your health. Because how many people can afford several $1,000 MRI or several $1,000 back surgery just out of their pocket? I can't. I doubt you can either. And in fact, it's not proper and it's not fair for you to have to pay out of your pocket for something that was caused by a legitimate workers' comp injury. So the three questions are, number one, do we have workers' comp? Number two, is there a network that we have to choose our doctor from? And if the answer to number two is no, number three is, so my understanding is I can go to any doctor I want to. Those are the three main questions. You want a doctor as your treating doctor who's going to list all the injuries, do a complete exam, a complete history, and you want a doctor who puts your interests first. And personally, I want a doctor who cares about me. At Baker Chiropractic in Longview, we put the care back in healthcare. We put patients first, and we do a good job, I think, of treating workers' comp injured patients. You want a doctor who has experience in the work comp system and in all the paperwork that needs to be filed. You want a doctor who knows which tests need to be done, MRI, EKG, whatever, and you want a doctor who knows when and to whom to refer you should you need other care. For example, evaluation by a neurosurgeon, pain management specialist, etc. I have a good referral tree. We know when to refer out, And that's something that's really important. So if you get hurt on the job, get hurt in a wreck, or you're just hurting and you don't know why, remember Baker Chiropractic of Longview. We're in Longview, not Austin. I used to be in Austin. So Baker Chiropractic Longview, but we also accept folks from Tyler, Mineola, Marshall, Hallsville, Hawkins, Big Sandy, Gilmer, Gladewater, you name it. As long as you're in the Smith County, Gregg County, Harrison County, or Upshur County area, come on by Baker Chiropractic for the caring health care that we provide. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.